Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of a One Take. So, your good friend Jason here with some news for you. Your experience isn't always a good thing. That's right. I know. I said it. Opened up that can. Let's jump right in and talk about it. So, throughout life, we're typically told, taught, reminded that experience is a good thing. Whether it's learning a sport, learning a language, learning English, English is the language. I meant more literature, whatever, school classes, things like that, work, a career, anything like that, that experience is good. Hell, we're in the mortgage industry, and every one of us refers to the number of years we've been in the industry when we first meet someone, or we ask. It's kind of like the St. Louis question of what high school did you go to? And it's that experience that is so critical to most things. But what we forget is sometimes experience in itself, different things, is a bad thing. It can be a bad thing. Folks ask me once in a while whether it's a prospect or it's just a peer in the industry or something. They go, who's your biggest competitor? Who's your number one competitor? What's your competition like? And I tell them, I said, my number one competitor is typically business as usual. It's what people do. It's what they've always done. It's getting them to change that, to see something new. But a close runner up to that is every other salesperson they've ever dealt with, both professionally and personally, because all of those interactions, and typically it's the bad ones or the bad things that we remember the most. It's just the way we are as humans. That comes into play with them when I'm reaching out to them, when I'm trying to get a conversation going, when we're talking about something. Hell, even just building those simple things like trust and integrity and conversations. Those all come into play, and it's like a wall you have to beat through. I guess you can beat through a wall that way, or you can give it a high five, yay! But that's the situation, and that is the negative side of that experience. It doesn't make it wrong that they think that, but it's something that we have to take into account. Think about it in personal lives, in relationships. When you start dating someone, you don't really know them, but you're thinking about every other experience you've had before as this new person starts to do things. Is it fair to them? Hell no. If it's somebody that you're with now and you've been in a relationship for a while and you have a disagreement or something happens, you think like, oh, I remember when it happened, blah, blah, blah. That automatically skews your opinion, your view of that right then. Hopefully, you're not bringing that up to your significant other. PSA right there. Anything in the past, leave it there. But the problem is that we don't. But as long as we know that, we can go into these conversations, we can go into these relationships, these interactions in business with an understanding of where that person has been, where they're coming from. And you don't need to know their whole background. It'd be nice, but you don't. You just need to understand that maybe things aren't as simple or as obvious as you think they are. And maybe you're working with a borrower and you're having a tough time to get them to commit. It's not a you thing necessarily, especially if you're doing things well. It's probably a them thing, but it's probably a thing in the past them thing. The same with you're hiring someone or somebody new starts at the company and they might be struggling a little bit or they're just not feeling it fitting in. That's probably every other experience they've had. Or business to business sales. It's understanding that as no matter how awesome I think I am, I'm going to come across those situations where I'm going to have to earn that with them. I'm going to have to get past those hurdles that are their experience. And as long as we know that and we go into each conversation with that, we go into each relationship with that, and we do the best we can, but also with understanding that they've been there too, and they've been to some places that they maybe didn't want to be. We can make things work. We can make things better. We can have better relationships. We can have better partnerships, both personally and professionally. And we can be better as people. So keep that in mind. Experience isn't always your friend, but it is a great learning tool that can help you. This has been One Take. Make it a great day. Take care.